What do you think's what's it gonna look like Sunday night? Because we were kind of setting the stage. There's nothing like it. There's no comparison in sports. It would have been akin to Jordan leaving the Bulls right away to go to the Wizards, winning one, and then coming back the next year. Like, that's the only comparison that you could possibly make. And on top of it, Brady's going to definitely, by maybe the end of the first drive, become the all-time passing leader in the history of the NFL, never to look back on Drew Brees. Who's there. I mean, what's it going to look like?
You would have also had to have Phil Jackson say, I don't think he can do it anymore. I can win with Pete Myers. I mean, that also would have had to have been present.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Because that is the vibe that Brady got. That is the vibe that the Patriots sent to him. That is basically Bill's belief. Look, we won in New York with Phil Simms and Jeff Hostetler. We won in Cleveland with Vinny Testaverde. We won here with you. We can find them and make them. And that's, so that's where that exists. But did you see Game of Thrones?
Of course.
Watch that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I think this could have the potential to look like the Red Wedding.
Oh.
Yikes, Tom.
Oh, my goodness.
The Lannisters send their regards? I mean, come on.
Oh, wow. We were wondering if Brady's going to want to rub it in. Do you think he's going to? I mean, he rubbed it in last year, winning the championship. What more rubbing needs to be done? Does it need to be done in front of the whole world and in Gillette? Like, literally, that's what you think it's going to be like on Sunday night?
Well, don't you think that beyond the vindication of winning,
right,
that specifically Bill is the reason that Brady uprooted, and to a degree Robert Kraft, who, I think that, and I have had a good relationship with Kraft, and I understand his motivations in this, but he said, look, I'm going to let Bill make the decision. And Bill made the decision, which was to really not even engage too much in contract negotiations to the point where Brady was out the door before before free agency even began. So there was no free agent tour before Brady ruled out the Patriots. So I think both of them, Brady feels, he would like to try and get some kind of retribution against. This is the only chance where he can do it there. And I think it would be important to him to say, this is what you didn't want to keep for multiple years. This is the guy who you thought should be a temp.
I hear you, Tom, but there's also, and I understand the way it ends, and trust me, the way that the only comparison I can make from my own personal life is the way things ended at ESPN did not go the way that I was expecting. And I have been the tip of the NFL Network spear for 18 straight years now. Mm-hmm. In many ways, when I mic up, coming out of the mist, as I once told Ray Lewis when he was competing against us on game day morning, like I come out of the mist every single Sunday at 9 a.m. in the morning. I wear it on my, it's part of my DNA. I totally understand. But I also, know that my 7 years at ESPN was terrific. It helped launch my career. I met my wife there. And are we going to forget when Toe Meets Ball that there was a 20-year relationship that put 6 banners on the wall and that was all born out of, yes, a Mo Lewis hit, but in that year, Belichick sticking with number 12? I mean, do we forget about all of that right now because of the way it ended?
I mean, does Brady take his foot off the pedal? I don't think so. Does Brady want to take his foot off the pedal? Does he want to be nostalgic?
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of equated it to the Red Wedding. I think that my speaking to Mr. Brady last week and Karen Garigian's conversation with Alex Guerrero and then my subsequent conversation with Alex Guerrero, which they're like, do not ask about the Patriots. They would prefer to come in with a minimum of hype, or Brady at least would.
Right.
Keep everything above board, extremely deferential and appreciative while not overly so, not gilding the lily and making it sound as if it was better than it was. And then when he gets to the field, play like his hair's on fire. I don't think he wants anything added to it. I don't think he wants the expectation levels rising above vindication or vindictiveness. So that when he extracts it, then it was, okay, there's your surprise.
So are you saying there was a phone call maybe from Tom to his dad saying, Dad, let's just lay off the gas a little bit, and he calls up his trainer, Alex Guerrero, and say, lay off the gas a little bit because that definitely caught my attention sitting out here in Los Angeles.
No,
and
there was an
we
email
were
to me that basically said, cut the
because I'm sad. You know what I mean? Like, and
I wasn't happy.
It's what I was wondering, because I'll tell you this: the fact that they don't want the hype or hoping that there's less hype, that horse is leaving the barn. I mean, like literally, forget it. I mean, there's only one game and this week as far as the national media is concerned, and you've got 2 3-0 teams playing each other atop the NFC West, the deepest end of the pool in Week 4. I mean, just up the road here.
So that's like, well, why do I need my people standing out there, too, waving banners as we go down the street? It's already big enough. So that was the contention. But, of course, that's the nature of what we're doing, get inside the matchup and what the feelings are leading into it. So that's our job, as opposed to what the job of, making it easy and comfortable for Tom is. As much as we appreciate, watching him as a player in the relationship, we have to cover the matchup as the matchup is. And there is a feeling of that, even though Tom would prefer that not to be the front and center topic.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.